Happy Hump Day. I hope you all are doing well. Just gonna wait a moment or two just to get some people to join here. All right, there we go. So I've got a kind of a new setup here and not quite used to it. My camera keeps moving, so I'm hoping that will be okay during the live. All right, let's see. Let's boost this and make this viewable. So let me know if you're joining and where you're joining from. I would love to hear from you. Oh, well. Viewable. So let me. Okay, had to turn down the speakers on that other one. Technology, I tell you. So welcome to my stamp studio. My name is Beth Maxwell, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. So today I am going to be sharing using our designer series paper, because tomorrow starts a awesome special. You can get 15% off designer series paper. If I had my catalog handy, I'd show you which ones, but what I will do is I will put a link to each one in the comments. That way you can see which ones are going to be on special. The one that we're going to be using tonight is actually one of them. It is the Cheerful Daisies from the Cheerful Daisies suite, and it is this fun stuff here. I have one that's already open. So this is called, oh, well, let's see, maybe if I move that back piece, it's called Fresh as a Daisy. So there's so many pretty papers in this bundle, in this stack of papers. Let me just pull them all out for you here. So we've got this with the blue, and then we've got two of these. You get two of each one, with some different pieces on here that you can make into cards, which will be really cute. I'll have to play with these tonight and see what I come up with for you. Let's see, I showed that one. So this one here, nice and bright, the daisies. On the other side, it's Pebble Path. So this is really featuring our in colors here. And here's another one, very, very pretty. So it's got copper clay, it's got, I don't even remember what other colors, boho blue, we've got some green in there. So all the colors are always listed on the back of your sheet here, and it tells you all the colors that are coordinating with this. Also in your catalog, right below the picture of the designer series paper, you will get to see what colors are in there. So that tells you kind of what color cardstocks and ink it coordinates with. But this is in our new annual catalog. If you don't have a demonstrator and would like a catalog, reach out to me. Just go to my website, www.mystampstudio.com, and go over to the contact page and just contact me. Let me know that you're interested in a catalog, and I will send you the details of it. All right, so we're going to be working with our Cheerful Daisies suite tonight. Bundle, I should say. So we're using the Cheerful Daisies stamp set and also the coordinating dies. Then I'm going to, I have most of these already mounted. I'm going to pull in my Scallops Contours, which is still available. We're going to be using this smaller one because we're going to make a little hidden message that's going to look like a little edging. It's going to be really cute. Can't wait to share that. So I'm going to put this off to the side. I've done some of the work ahead of time, but I'm going to show you the main parts. I just need to grab my trimmer, which I had handy a moment ago. What did I do with it? It was standing right here. Here it is. I didn't lose it. Now I just need to get my scoring tool here. All right. So I have a piece of designer series paper. Now this measures 5 1/4 by 12 inches. So we're going to be scoring that, and I just need to bring in my scrap paper here because I wrote all my measurements there. But I will make a little project sheet. I'll post it to my website, and I'll make it available for you to download. It'll be a PDF download. It will give you all the measurements and the supplies that I've used in today's project. If you're watching on YouTube, thank you for joining my channel and watching. I do appreciate that so much. It really does help me with my business. Go ahead and subscribe to it. And if you want, you can click the notify bell and you'll be notified anytime that I do a video. In the YouTube video, in the description, you will see all the products listed. So we should pass that. All right, so I'm going to measure this right now and score it at 2 inches. And then I don't want to score too hard because I don't want to cut through my paper. Then I'm going to actually flip this around because I want you to be able to see what I'm doing here. I'm going to open this arm because we are going to measure at 5 inches. So I scored at 2 inches. Now I'm going to score at 5 inches. Again, score multiple times. Just go lightly so you don't tear through your paper. And then I'm going to score at 8 inches. All right, that's kind of important when you're doing this if you're using directional paper. So I'll show you why in just a moment. All right, so what I have here is I'm going to fold on my score lines here. All right, I wanted most of the pretty paper to show, so that's why I'm scoring that way. If I would have scored the other way, I could have actually ended up with my paper going the wrong way, and then I'd have to flip it around. So score it the way I said, the 2 inches, 5 inches, 8 inches, and then you're just really according folding all over that. All right, now we're going to go ahead and take our Moody Mauve design, regular cardstock. This is 5.5 by 4 1/4, and that is just going to be our card base. It's not actually a piece that opens because this is what's going to be opening. So I'm just going to grab my adhesive here, and I'm just going to run it all along. Now I do want to put adhesive on all 4 sides. I really want to make sure I'm getting at least to those edges because people are going to be opening and closing this, and you want it to stay on your cardstock base there. All right, so I'm just going to center this right on there, just like so. All right, let me see if I can see some comments. All right. So if someone would come, there we go. Hello, Beth. Hello, Judy. Hi, Barbara. Hi, Amy. Oh, yay. I can see comments, and they're all staying on place. I now have my computer up over there so I can see my monitor, because when I'm using my iPad, for some reason, the iPad like makes the comments disappear, and I can't get them to stay on. So I had to rearrange things. I have a piece of our wild wheat cardstock, and I did run this through using our scallop contour dies. So I used this one right here, the one with the little dots on it, and that cut out this pattern. All right, then I measured what the inside would be, and I cut a piece of basic white. So this basic white measures 2 3/4 by 4, so that's going to go right in the center of that. I'm not going to do it yet because I'm going to do a little bit of stamping on there. So I do just want to pull that off. And we're going to be using our little flower here. So I'm using the outline and I'm using the solid image. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and stamp my solid image in full force right in the corner right here. All right. Then I'm going to come back in with my filler image. I'm going to stamp off once because this is kind of a darker color. I'm going to look right through my stamp and stamp over the detail image. And ooh, ah, isn't that pretty? All right, let's get that. Well, I don't know, get that cleaned. I'm using it again. Now I just need a little stem here. So I'm going to grab my little stem. And you can see I've been busy playing around with this one. So grab my stem out. I'll just put that right up there. I'll grab my longer block here. And I'm just going to grab my pebble path. So we're going to make its stem a pebble path. Oh, what did I get on there? Well, I'm going to have to stamp another flower. I don't know where I had ink, but okay. So I'm just going to stamp that right there, just like that. Let's see if I can erase that. It's going to really bother me. No, it's not going to come off too dark. Okay. Well, let's just stamp another flower then. Let's see what I have in here. you know what? I'm just going to stamp that little shape there. So you'll see how that looks. If it doesn't, good thing I didn't connect it to anything, and I can just, you know what? We're just going to do that. I'm just going to flip it over to the other side. We're just going to fix it right up from the get-go. Okay, again, with my solid image. Why don't I stamp my stem first? Just put it right here. And, oh, that's where it came from. It came from my block here. All right, I'm going to stamp my flower. Grab my other one. Stamp it off. And look through my block and just stamp over the detailed lines. Just like that. All right, let me clean this one off before I touch anything else with that. Got my old scrub. My handy dandy scrub. All right. We're going to put those right over here for right now, and I'm going to take my wild wheat. Now, it is a really dark color. I don't want that so dark for the center of my flower, so I'm just going to tap this. I'm going to stamp it off. Now, I want to take a look at which direction this is going, because there's a little bit flatter kind of side, and I want that to be right in my flower. So just like that. All right, let's go ahead and stamp something else on the inside. So on the outside, I'm going to put oopsie daisy, so sorry, and then wishing you the brightest birthday will be on the inside. So we're going to grab that. Grab my block here. I'm going to grab my pebble path. And I'm just going to center, I'm going to put it up towards the top, but in the middle of the card. There we go. Oh, darn. I got my finger full of ink. Where did my towel go? Oh, please, when I clean that off, because I will get that all over the place if I don't do it now. All right. All right, we'll go ahead and adhere this together. Put this right in the center of our scallop rectangle. It'll cover those dots just a little bit, but that's fine. All right. Reason we're doing that is because we're going to put this on the inside. I'm going to slide this all the way over to the score line. Now look how fun that is when I close that. You never even know there's a hidden little sentiment there. Just adds that little bit of scallop. So I'm going to go ahead and put my adhesive on. Yeah, but I think the rest of this week we'll be just doing fun things with Designer Series paper. We'll get your paper that you have been hoarding used so you can get some paper that's on sale. Don't miss out on some of it. There's some really pretty paper in there, let me tell you. I know that I for sure am getting some more of the Gone Fishing stamp, the DSP, because I love that. It's great for masculine cards. I know I'll be using that a lot. And let's see. So this is, I forgot to put my little labels on. So what I like to do with my labels, since we're here, oh, well, I damaged that now. I peel off this little sticker on the back, and I put, I'm going to close this before I get my fingers in it, like I just did. All right. I like to be able to have these on my shelf so I can quickly see what color I'm grabbing. So I put one on the front. And who knows, I may be in a mood that I just throw something up on my shelf and I don't put it back the way I should. So I'm going to put one on the opposite side, if I can get that picked up. Oh my goodness, it's hard. The struggle's real. Okay. And I'll put one on this side. Just like that. Then I'm going to take this plain one here. You can use whatever ones you want. Doesn't matter. And when I open my stamp pad here, there's this little space right there. So I like to put this right in here. So when I have a bunch of my pads open, I know exactly what color I'm going in. Because believe me, I have, in the past, stamped the wrong color. Like I was planning on using yellow and I stamped it in my black, or I was planning, I was just planning on a different color and I stamped it in the wrong color. Okay, so that way it's right there. Now I can see where it is. All right, I'm going to grab a scrap piece of white here. And I'm going to grab my largest detail flower. And I'm just going to stamp that full strength right over here. Let's just turn it this way in. I'm just turning it so it fits on my paper better, that's all. All right, so got that one done. I'm going to grab my little detail one again. And I'm going to stamp one up here and one here. I'm going to come back in with my filler, stamp it off, make sure I'm going in the right direction, and look through my block, lining that up. I really do like this set for lining up. It actually lines up very nicely. All right. And we'll go ahead with our wild wheat. I can close this one up. Again, we're going to be stamping this one off. And I'm going to turn that just like that. All right. I just think that makes such a little pretty, I was going to say buttercup, but that's not what I meant. You know, center of my flower. All right. So now this one, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to ink this up. I'm going to stamp it off. Now, if you notice, there is I didn't stamp that very well, did I? All right. There is kind of a flatter side. So look on your flower, kind of turn it around and see where your flatter side is. So when you stamp, there it is, you have it going where you want. All right. Oh, well, that was a little bit high, but that's all right. Okay. Now we're going to die cut these out using our dies. So I'm going to put, now in this die set, it's really kind of fun. So you have your outline like this. So we just pop that on there and run that through the die cut machine. You have another outline for these. If you wanted, you could actually cut solid ones out and then cut the detail around it as well. You could cut this out and put that on the top. I'll be showing more cards with this at a later date, just how you can use that. I think this is going to be our featured stamp set for July. Okay, I'm going to run these through the die cutting machine. I'm also going to grab one of these little label dies that came with this die set, and I'll run that through. So, there we go. Look how quickly those were die cut. And I have my little label right here. There we go. Okay, let's get to decorating our card now. Oh, I'm going to put my dies back before I lose those. All right. Okay, so how many people we have watching here? So we've got 4. We need to get more people watching. Can you all share my video so that way more people watch? So the way that you would share, and I can't share because I'm on my own thing here. There's a little arrow that allows you to share. Let's just X out of that. Okay. So you can share now, and you want to do it publicly so it goes on your Facebook page that you're watching me, so we get more people watching with us and interacting with us. So I would really appreciate that, because that really does help my business out. It helps me grow and get connected with more people. All right, so now we're going to be putting our flowers right in the top. I'm not going to be putting any stems. I've decided I'm not going to work with stems on this one. But yeah, I'm just going to line these flowers up just like this. I'm going to make it up towards the top. I'm going to put my sentiment right on here. Now, notice how that opens. So when we do this, we don't want to put adhesive on the half that's going to be kind of overlapping into designer series paper. So I am going to actually use dimensionals here. And you can actually see from my scrap here that I made a boo-boo. Okay, So I did only put it on half. All right, we'll pull those backings off. And I'll layer it right here. And you can make that go whatever direction you want. I'm going to move it up just a little bit. All right. So that way when you open your card, ooh, my boo-boo is showing. Oh, well. When you open your card, that's what's going to appear. You won't have dimensionals hanging off the side. Okay, now let's get our other ones on. So this one I'm going to just put right up here. I think I'm just going to go ahead and just use my liquid glue for that one. And again, I don't want to get any on this outer edge there. So I know that I'm not going to put adhesive over here. I just want it over here. Because otherwise your card will end up sealing shut. And you don't want that. It's such a pretty card. All right. So we'll take that. And we'll add that right to the front. There we go. I did also die cut a little leaf here. Now you can pop these things out, the veins out from inside. I just cut that one out. They're kind of a little pistol to get out. If you're going to be putting these on, what you'll definitely want to do is make sure that you have a fine tip adhesive, or you have adhesive sheets when you run this through a die cut machine. But I don't know that I really want them on. So we're going to work with them without. And we have one other flower here. And I think it might look nice right there. So I can put adhesive on that one. I'm not going to pop that up. I am going to pop up my label. All right. Just like that. Thank you, Judy. I appreciate it. Did you get a hold of Anne? Were you able to track her down? And if there's someone else that you know, if you need a different demonstrator, just let me know. Okay. And I'm going to grab my Pebble Path, and we're going to grab our Oops-a-Daisy after I get that mess cleaned. Oh, that nail. Just going to bug me. All right. Oops. Now look what I did. Good thing I looked before I put it on my paper. I had my stamp upside down, so I inked the back of my stamp. So tell me, has anyone else ever done that before? I know you have. Share. And were you able to catch it before you stamped on your project, or was it just a failure and you stamped on your project? Where did my cleaner go now? Again, I had to rearrange my room. So I'm kind of at a loss where everything is right now. And still a work in progress. You'll see some tomorrow night during our live. When I start the video, I usually start with me on camera before I... Okay, so Oops-a-Daisy. Sure, I've got it going in the right direction here. Oops-a-Daisy. So sorry. This is a perfect one for me because while I make a ton of cards, I forget to send them out. So we know what? Here's the deal. Stamp your envelope right away. And then get your address book and write your address on it right away. Then you have no excuse. All right, so I'm going to put Oops-a-Daisy right there. Now, when I open my card, look how pretty it is. I could put some other hidden sentiment right in here. In fact, let's see if that will work. Nope, that one's not going to work. Okay, I could actually cut another flower and put it right there. But I just like that just like it is. Now, another alternative to this would be to take a piece of ribbon. Now, this ribbon happens to measure, about 19-20 inches. And it is actually Moody Mauve, so it matches my card base. And I could actually tie... Okay, we'll just make a second card with that one. Hold on. I've got everything to make a second card here. It's almost like I was preparing. So I'm actually going to put my ribbon on before I do anything else. Now you saw the inside already. I'm just making the outside for you. Just a little alternative. Okay, let's get that all pressed on there. I'm just going to open that up and give it a good press. We'll go ahead and put this one in. I can stamp my inside later. I'm just going to lift this up and push this all the way to that score. Set it down. Look how pretty that is. I think that is just so fun. Okay, and well, we have all these to die cut, so we could die cut those, but let's take our ribbon and tie this around. Make a nice little bow. Now, when I'm making a bow for my cards that people are going to tie and untie, I like to leave it long. All right, so I'm just going to trim off my edges so it looks a little nicer, but I do leave it long because that way they can tie it shut again. All right, so here we go. So here's our original. We can move this out of the way, I think. I really don't need it for measurements anymore. Let's go ahead. I'm going to die cut these really quick. And we'll get those added to the front. Lickety split. Okay. So you actually get two cards kind of for one. Same exact layout. I just added embellishments and ribbon. I haven't put the embellishments on yet, but will. So let's get these die cut here. All right. And these dies do sit pretty nicely right to the image. All right, now where's my other? Where did I put it? I had my other clear plate. Oh, here it is. Right next to me. Right where it should be. You know, I do kind of like this setup. For some reason, it actually looks a little better watching it. And we can see the die cutting going on. Normally, I don't get to have that. So, this is actually kind of the same layout that I had when I first started doing my videos. My camera stand is off to my right. I used, in the last couple months, or last 2 years, I've actually had it hanging off the front, and I kind of like it over here now. I was thinking I wasn't going to, but I can see the screen. I can send you, I can see the screen. I can do everything here. Yes, Judy, I can send you her name again. All right, I think I have another label here as well. Okay, now we'll come back in. I did all that stamping already. So we'll just change this up a little bit. And I think we're just going to add both of our flowers up on top this time. I'm going to tuck in our little, I think we'll just do it like that. I almost feel like I need a stem. We can make that happen. So we're going to just grab our stem right here. Move that out of the way. All right, now to be careful so I don't rub that on my block. All right, so I'll put one up here. All right, and then I'm just going to lay this right back over here just to see how I want it. All right, and I might just pop that one up here and not put another stem. Yeah, we'll just do that. Okay. I'll leave that open to get my sentiment. All right, let's pop this one up on a dimensional. Right there. And you know, it kind of looks nice popping that over the ribbon. But I think we'll go underneath. Only for the fact I'm going to pop that other one up in there. So we'll just add Let's slide that right in. All right, so I'll take this one, pop this one up at a dimensional, overlap just like that. We'll kind of tuck that one right under this one. There we go. Okay, now let's get our sentiment. Oops-a-daisy, so sorry. I think that's my favorite part of the stamp set. Oops-a-daisy. All right. Hi, Becky. Welcome. All right. We'll get these added here, just off to the left side. Put them together like that. And I'm going to pop that up. Just going to kind of tuck it right there. Oops-a-daisy. Okay. Now, let's just get a little bling on here, and we'll finish up this card. And let's see. Oh, I've got some of my bright bling here. Let's go with these. So these are our in color gems. So I'm pulling over here. And I think I'm going to put another one right here. We'll do one right over here. Oh, where'd it go? It stuck to my finger. One right here. Scoot that down just a little bit. Now, if you wanted to make sure that that didn't go anywhere, you could put a little bit of adhesive behind your ribbon. I'm okay with that. There. I need to put one. Oh, put one right here. Oh, it's sticking to my thumb instead of sticking to where I want it to be. Right there. And let's see. I think I'll put another little tiny one right here. There we go. Okay. So here's what it's out without embellishments, and here it is with embellishments. So I hope you enjoy our hump day, well, dinner break. Sorry I couldn't have made it during lunch today. I did have some meetings that ran over, so I needed to be present for those meetings. So I do apologize again for having to reschedule for this evening, but I'm so glad you were able to find me and join me tonight. I hope you like these cards. And if there's something more that you would like to see, please feel free to reach out, let me know. The rest of the week is going to be everything about Designer Series paper. So that Designer Series paper sale goes from June 1st through June 30th. If you're not on my email list, get on it, because I'm going to be emailing that out in probably the next, within the next hour. So I'll put a link to my email list if you're not on there. That we can see all my upcoming events. Also, if I have PDFs available for purchase, and if you want a PDF of a class instead of purchasing the class, you're welcome to do that. Yeah. All right. Well, let's see. I'm just reading back the comments. Oh, Judy, once you get started and start having fun, you're going to become an expert. You really will. It's just a matter of playing and having fun with it. As long as you're having fun, that's what makes it great. Anyone can do this, really. It's not me. It's the stamps. It's the products that I'm using that makes it all beautiful. So you can get all your ideas from, you can get some from me, you can get them from Pinterest, YouTube. Go out there and explore. Lots of different things. And if you ever have any questions, why don't you join our My Stamp Studio Facebook group if you haven't, because you can always post questions there and people in the group can reply to you. All right, so we'll see you later. Take care. Have a great evening. We'll see you tomorrow night for Stampin' Fun and More. I'm going to be announcing a couple special things that I have coming our way. And we'll be giving a baby update. And let's see, anything else I can think of? Nope, just some special things coming. So stamping is an addiction. Maybe I should just change this to, hello, my name is Beth Maxwell. I'm a stamping addict. But I thought that might be kind of crass if I did that. So, all right, I got to get going here to get everything out for you all tonight. Take care.